Hello everyone, you join us for round 8 here of Colin Racing League Tier 5 at the Aston Marina circuit in Abu Dhabi. Joining me, Lee, unfortunately Scott is not here tonight, but I do have the lovely and wonderful Mr. It's Pyro here, Tony. How are you doing tonight, my friend?
Hello. I'm doing quite well, mate. We're very excited for this Tier 5 race and to be back in the comms box with you.
Yeah, I'm very glad to have you here with me. Obviously, last time out, it was Spain. Yeah, a very drama-filled race. Unfortunately, we had the whole no safety car jam, which has been dealt with, and safety car is on for this race, thankfully. Saw Mark Rosen win his second race in a row, becoming the first driver to do so this season, and the only driver to win. He's the only driver to win multiple races this season. He's won 3, whereas everyone else won 1. But first, let's focus on tonight. Then the Aston Marina circuit. Obviously, remodeled since 2021, getting rid of all the chicanes and making it a lot more flowing of a track, a lot more better for racing. First up, we'll have Tom tipped up. But what are your thoughts on Abu Dhabi as a track for yourself, Tony?
I enjoy it. It's quite a traction-heavy track. It's quite difficult. So you gotta have the right setup, the right wings. You gotta have the combination of downforce with the straight line speed and the cornering speed. It's very difficult to hook a lap up, really. But yeah, with the removal of the chicanes in 2021, it's a lot more cleaner, a lot more flowing, and just more enjoyable.
Yeah, I do definitely agree with you there. There's a good mix of both straight line speed, and then you have the fast corners in the first and the third sector. We're Tom tipped up. He's the first driver on a lap, coming through that first sector, down into the hairpin, where things happened in 2021, which we will not speak of. Anyhow, coming out of the hairpin now, you want to get good drive if you go onto the first of the 2 long straights. Now coming down into the first chicane, actually the only chicane. No, you want to break a 100-meter board down the second gear. Use that curve to try and get your rotation. Oh, a little bit of a slide from Tom to Doug. Keep it going though. That would have lost him a good bit of time. Would have lost the momentum onto the straight. So we'll see what his middle sector is. You're aiming for, I'm not sure what it is exactly. 53 is the thing. It's not bad. 53.7. Yeah, not bad for Thomas so far. Coming through turn 11, I think. Turn 12. I'm not too sure. Now in the final set, it hasn't really changed one time's profile, but they've kind of made corners wider to make it a lot more flowing. You'll see now. Going under the hotel. Tom going a bit wide, keeps it on track just about. Coming around the penultimate corner, which again made fast in the final corner. What it would be for the Alfa Romeo up to the line, it would be a 124.0, sorry, so that's not a bad opening out. Roll across the line next, 26.1. Next is a Haas, I believe that is Ben, or it's it's Ben up to the line. Sets a 24.4. Drivers getting their laps in early. Who's on lap next? I believe it is Yatem goes to 23.9. I'm not too sure what Paul Smith is expected to be at. I didn't manage to check tier 4 beforehand, so see what happens. As I believe, who are we gonna run? We're on board with Mr. Nacho, our championship leader in the McLaren, coming to the final sector. As here he comes under the hotel. Obviously leading championship. I will head on to the championship standings now in a minute. Nacho around the final corner. Everyone getting their first times in. Chimp with a 23.6. Nacho will beat that, I think, up to the line. 23.4. What was I going to say? Victor Mean. I'll focus on a minute. Victor Mean, he's just starting up. So, Tony, if you want to take us on board, I'll lap with the McLaren.
Yeah, sure. Well, I looked at the pole time for Tier 4. It's 1:22.5. They want to be aiming at the end of the session as the final laps are getting completed now, with Victor going into what is turn 3. 4, very famous corner for a certain thing that happened in 2021 between 2 drivers. But a good exit going out of turn 4, getting a nice slipstream from Red Bull and maybe another car as well. The Alfa Romeo just going towards the left-hand side, going into a difficult chicane. Very, very easy to lose the car, and it may even hit the inside curb. Want to break it just around the 100-meter board, 110 meters. Locks up a tiny bit going into the corner, misses that curb, but doesn't get the best exit. And he will get slipstream from his teammate in front, which will help him very much on this track. as he needs to get the time back that he's lost in Sector 3. As obviously he's 14.5 seconds up on his earlier time, which was a messed up time obviously. But coming into the final sector, again, more tricky corners, just all on traction. You want the cornering speed here, not to hit the curbs too much and not go wide. You want to hit the apex nicely. Misses the apex a tiny bit on the exit, but going into the final corner, looked like a pretty decent lap, but I don't think it will get near the top. It's going to be a 25.1, stays in 14th as the slowest time at the moment. They don't have the cleanest of laps.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I think you're trying to get a setter in, obviously. This track isn't a toys track, but also you can definitely go wide like turn 1, exit the chicane, final sector, so, but I'll win you championship standings. But yeah, very tight at the top. Natural leads on 95 points. Mark Wilson on 94, 1 behind, and it's Ben 7 behind 88. Chimp on 84, 11 behind. Gautier, who is back tonight, he missed last week, thankfully. He's 14 points behind. And the Tom Tip-Top is 17 points behind. And even down to Curley and Murphy are on 58 points, 37 points behind. Really, the top 8 are still within a good chance to win the championship with 5 rounds to go, which is what we like to see, because usually in Tier 5 you have one driver one way out, but no, we have had it's been ultra competitive this season, which is always lovely to see. But I have an unpopular opinion. Obviously, the new changes have been better for racing, but I actually prefer driving the old layout of the track. I don't know why. I know a lot of people didn't, but just me personally, I did. I can hear you laughing at me, so I can hear how popular that is.
Yeah, that's an unpopular opinion, but
yep.
It's an opinion nevertheless. If you enjoy it more, then you enjoy it more. Fair enough. Because Tomo did go P4 with 23.7. But as you said like before, we've got less races this season, just 12, compared to the 16 we had last season. I think that's helped out the battling a lot more in the championship. Like you said, there's 8 drivers in it so far, and we're on round 7?
8.
8?
It's on 8.
Round 8. So literally just 4 races to go. As Murphy goes at provisional pole with 23.3, just half a tenth above Nacho. It's a pretty decent lap. Like I said before, from the final run, you want to be aiming for 22.5, which was the tier 4 pole, so just a bit slower than that will be probably pole.
Yeah, around those times, obviously Murphy, a man who really needs to try, if he wants to mount in the championship charge, just needs to perfect the race. He's always good in qualifying. He just needs to bring that over into race. He was on the lap now.
Curly, Pancake, and AFL just started.
I believe Curly and Pancake just finished laps. I didn't see them, so I believe it is AFL and the Aston Martin. We're what about next coming round the first sector. It's really short for a sector, but like really, what was I gonna say? It's hard to get right. You know.
Yeah.
Like obviously turn 2 and turn 3 are just kind of there, but turn 1's a big pain to get right. It's very easy. It's very easy. You can just either stay on the curb too long enough, send you can turn into early. So it's still difficult.
Yeah, the curbs at the entrance and the apex are just horrible if you hit them. You know about them too much. The entrance curb will just bottom you out, and then it's your lap over.
Yeah, it's lap over before we're going AFL currently just under 2 tenths up on this time, which currently put him up into P12 ahead of Pancake on his second run, pushing now into the final sector. I will say, the final sector, I love it. It's just so nice because like you can send it to every corner. I do really enjoy it. AFL doing doing very well. Do the penultimate corner to the final corner now. Breaks a bit delayed, goes very deep. Keeps it within track limits just about. It will be an improvement. 24-1, but there's definitely a good few tenths in that time for him. MKP and the Williams coming through the final sector. As it's right going across the line first. I'm not sure who that is. That is Mark Wilson, sorry, at 23-1. He goes on to provisional pole position. It'll be MKP next up. He goes P2 on a 23-2. Starting to see the fast lap times in. Mark Wilson on a charge. Won the last 2 races. He's on form Gautier currently with 26.5. We're starting to get towards those faster lap times. It is Nacho who's starting this lap, although is anyone ahead of him? I do want to catch you across the line. There's a Haas. It's Ben across the line. He's not improving. My Yatum is on lap. He's down by 6 tenths. I don't think he is. I'm checking the comments. We
Nacho.
have what? Nacho. Sorry, go more now. Yeah, I'm checking the comments. We have Jacob with a point saying it's Tony on comms. Thank you. And answer your question, no, not Jacob, Jamie, sorry. Yes, I read the comments. Also, Jamie, go back to tier 4. Do your job. Thank you. Anyhow, hello to anyone who's watching currently, 7 watching. Hello to you all. Hopefully you're all enjoying. Obviously, unfortunately, you don't have Scotch charm here, but I think me and Tony suffice. Nacho currently 5 tenths up. He's flying here. And we'll see if he can gain more time. It'll be into the 22s easily if he keeps his pace up. Coming around at the final sector. Gets it very nice. Goes a bit wide. Up in the 4th gear early to try and get the power. Goes a bit wide. Just keeps it in track limits. He might have lost a bit of time, but still good from the Dutchman. Who's looking to try and get ahead of his championship rival Mark Wilson. Up to 9 for Nacho. What's it going to be? A 22.6. That is a fantastic lap. Fantastic from Nacho. 5 tenths clear. That was an amazing lap from him. Pulled that one out of the half for sure. See, this always happens though. Whenever pole predictions are made, / pole times, we never get them right. We're either a mile off or in either direction. I think we might be here because there's definitely still time to prove. Chimp is on a lap. He is coming down the main straight. In the Alpine, currently P4 championship, I believe. So unfortunately, had a bad race last week, but still a very quick driver on his day. Can definitely try and gain that back coming out of the chicane now onto the 2nd DRS straight. Will it be up on this time? He is up by just over half a tenth, which would not improve position, but if he keeps us up, he should maybe jump in the P6, P5 territory. Then final chicane, brake just after the curb on the inside. Chimp just sending it in, doing very well. A good final sector so far. Can he keep it up? That's within track limits just about. Red Bull gets out, Alfa Romeo gets out of the way, sorry. Coming to the final corner, Chimp, what will be? It'll be an improvement. The way we're putting, it puts in P5 with a 23.4, so we're starting to get down to crunch time now. Ben's invalidated, Tomo is starting the lap. It's Mays next on the lap, I believe. As he is coming through the chicane in the Red Bull. We'll see if Red Bull gives him wings. Coming out of the chicane. Obviously dropped down from tier 4. Has put in some good performances. Unfortunately, he's putting in some performances. Unfortunately, he's caught up in incidents. 2 tenths up as he comes through the end of the middle sector into the final sector, going quite wide there. I've seen people because that corner is like you get multiple lines. You either go up to the inside and then drift out wide, or I see a lot of people who go wide and then cut back in. So it's interesting what some drivers do. Mays though has had a good final sector in the Red Bull, goes a bit wide, keeps it on the curb for braking into the final corner. He's going to improve. It'll be a good improvement up to the line for Mays. P5 on the 23.4. Apart from Nacho, it's a very, very close grid at the top here, Tony.
Yeah, well, yeah, like I said, apart from Nacho, he's a 10th off the tier 4 pole. an amazing lap for a tier 5 driver. But yeah, the grid behind him is very, very close. 6 tenths between 2nd and 10th. Really, really close.
Yeah, I do agree with you, and you know, getting 1 tenth off tier 4 pole, we're still going to have to go. But also, I've noticed a lot of these drivers set. I very rarely get a pole lap on the final lap. I've noticed people usually peak before the final lap. So see if that's the case here. I believe there's anyone on the lap. Let me see. I believe this. No, Rob's not on the lap. He's backed off. Pancake starting lap. He'll be the first of the drivers to start their final lap. Then in the Mercedes, currently on a 24.4. then 15th. He'll be looking to improve that by a good few tenths to try and get into the mix. Obviously, Pancake, forming on that CRC, was in the title fight last season, has been adjusting to wheel and no assists. No, I mean new assists, so not no assists entirely. Fortune's not come good for him yet, but hopefully we'll see what he can do here. Coming down the first DRS straight into chicane, you want to brake just after the 100-meter board as the curb changes. Down the first gear, try and get a little bit of rotation. He was a bit too tight to the inside there, so he wouldn't have gotten the best of exits. That corner's really about your corner exit over your entry. Is he up on his time? He is up by 4 tenths, so it's a good middle sector from him, which currently put him up in the 12th, I believe, at the moment. We'll see if he can find more time. Into the final sector, sending it in, taking it very nicely now. Up in the 4th here, under the hotel. It's such a beautiful track, this. I know it's rare to comment on, but obviously it's a night race. But it's such a beautiful track to look at. Pancake though, around the final corner, it will be a beautiful lap for him. He stays where he is, P15, but improves at 24.2. Next. Yeah, Murphy next. We'll go on board with him. Murphy up to the line. P2 on it. P3, sorry, on a 23.2. That is his qualifying done. Next on the lap is Aston Martin, I think. Tolver Stan lap, it's not Aston Martin. I believe actually the next
Mark Wilson.
Mark Wilson, we'll watch him trying to get a pole, or taking a lot to get pole from the Ferrari man, but he can do it with the form he's on at the moment. He seems unstoppable as there's a car off, that's an Alfa Romeo behind him at the infamous Latifi corner. Coming through the penultimate corner into the final corner. Chimp's retired, he's done. Can Mark snatch his position pole off Nacho? He cannot. He stays on a .1, and unless someone pulls out a blinder, Nacho's surely got pole on the bag, and he can go even faster. MKP.
Pebble sector 1, I think.
Yeah, you're right. I think we have
Might
Riordan.
be wrong though. Yeah.
We have Riordan coming up first in the Red Bull. Coming through the final sector. What can you do? He was 2 tenths up at the end of the middle sector. Going around the final corner, what can the Irishman do in the Red Bull tonight? Up to the line, it's going to put in P5 on a 23.3 MKP. I didn't catch where he was in the middle sector. According to the game, it's purple, although the game is
3 tenths up.
Quite unreliable. 3 tenths up, which currently put him into P2. He's sending it in there. He just wants to gain all the time he can, and rightly so. It looks like it's a good lap if he can hook it up to the final sector. A bit wide, but okay. For our Williams man. Into the final corner, what can you do? Will he snatch a surprise pole, or is he just going to go P2? It's a 23.0. Dead. That's a great lap. Nacho though, is anyone behind? No, Nacho, won't go on board him. He's a 10th up. At the moment he's gonna smash the time. You know, see. Let's see if he can find any more. Hopefully he doesn't get held up by that car ahead, which is a Mercedes. So I believe following lap of his own. It's Duncan, I think. Nacho goes a bit deep though. Oh, I think that might be it in terms of him improving. We'll see. Around the final corner, can he find any more time? He is validated. Only 12 thousandths off all those mistakes must show how crazy that lap was going to be. Gauthier in the Ferrari, can he find a time? He's backed off, that's him done. Victor Mean will be the last driver, he's 4 tenths up.
Ben crashed into the pit wall.
I did see that. Victor Mean up to the line. P8 for him. On a 23.5, not bad at all.
That's quality done.
That is quality done indeed, you're right. I mean,
wow.
I've said enough about Nacho, but the fact he was a 10th up is scary. Like, he could have very easily gotten pole in tier 4, let alone tier 5. Apart from him, it's very close. You have MKP on a flat dead, and then, well, when you get from Riordan downwards, that's where it starts to get close. But yeah, qualifying done. Obviously, the run to turn 1 is one of the shorter ones, but it's team master race, which will make interesting reasons. Strategy around here. I have seen the softs aren't too bad. You can make the softs work. It is possible. I know around Spain, obviously, we saw a lot of strategy with rain affecting that qualifying. I wonder if we'll see how much here, but yeah. Another dominating pole from Nacho. I swear the last time you commentated, he took pole by like 4 tenths as well.
Yeah, in China.
I think it was China or something.
Exact replica.
You are his good luck charm, but yeah, underneath the grid, Nacho on pole by nearly 4 tenths. MKP, the Scotsman, the second, a very good showing for him. That's Mark Wilson in third, looking to try and push his championship rival. Murphy in fourth, a good qualifying for him. There's two Red Bulls looking at the third row. Riordan the Maze, Chimp in seventh. Victor Mean eighth. Gaultier would have been one. He would have wanted to be higher up in ninth. Ben in 10th. Tomo also would have wanted to be higher up in 11th. AFL in 12th. Spider 13th. Adam 14th. Topher 15th. Pancake 16th. Duncan 17th. Curly 19th. Wee Rabbi the last of the times in P19. Ghost Ninja 1 who had a quality ban. Down in P20. But as I was saying, it should be mixed strategies, something we always like to see. I hope people don't panic. I know some people panic when they see it in the day, but people have to remember this race starts today and goes to a night race, so that's why it is in the day. But we'll see, because last league's lap 1, if I remember, was actually quite clean, which is rare for tier 5, but we'll have to see what happens here. Obviously, the walls are quite far away, but you know, you have to, as you said, Tony, it's a very traction-dependent circuit, so when the drivers start to get... Yes?
I tier 5 last season.
Wait, I was saying last season? I
meant you said last season, I meant tier 5 at a clean lap 1.
I meant last week. That's my mistake, thank you for pointing out. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm excited for this race.
I feel embarrassed now.
It's very close between the midfield.
You know...
I think it'll be Nacho again. He won in China.
He did.
Did he win any of more races?
No, he did not. It was since you commentated, Mark Wilson's won 2 in a row, so we'll see what happens here. Maybe your charm will come back to Nacho. Thankfully, I think drivers have learned to not ready up about after 2 seconds, so we'll see what happens.
Who won last week?
It was. I just said it was Mark Wilson. He's won 2 in a row.
Oh, I thought. Well, yeah, but China was like 4 rounds ago, so it could be any time.
It was. I mean, I'm technically right, yeah. Because I was trying to find a way to outsmart you, but I couldn't. So touche. You win. Wait, come on, lads. It's starting to get a bit boring there. Ready up. Right, we have been given the ready up and shot, so we should get going now. Obviously a short one into turn 1, but expect lots of moves when we get into the hairpin and onto the back straight. Here we go, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights here in Abu Dhabi for round 8 of the championship. And it's lights out and away we go. It's a good start from Nacho, it's a great start from Mark Wilson, so he's already on the outside and ahead. MKP's had a shocking start. He's down to P4. Murphy opened to P3. I'll get the graphics off you now. So far, so good from what I've seen. Tone to double the drive to, unfortunately, for a jump on the start. Coming down into the hairpin. Nacho leads by 5 tenths. As they're 3 wide behind, nearly. That is between. Oh, Mighty Yatum is out of the race, and that's the virtual safety car already. Tone tipped up, has been given a drive through and a 5-second in the first 3 corners. That's not good. I'm going to assume you saw that, Tony, so I didn't.
I barely saw it. I was in broadcast, but I did see. Atom went into the back of someone, I believe. Maybe just like. It was a weird crash. It was going to the entrance of the hairpin. It was really weird.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. Wait. It says it's a VSC, but the safety car's coming out.
Huh?
Either we're being lied to. Yeah, safety car. There we go. Lap 1 safety car, a heritage in tier 5. Yeah, MKP was very slow off the line. He got swamped by Mark Wilson on obviously on the inside. It's where you don't want to be into turn 1 because you usually lose momentum. But we have our 2 championship where we're separated by 1 point. Obviously, if this was the last event, it'd be very similar to a certain event that happened like 2 years ago, but it's not. So we'll see. But a good mixing strategy. Most drivers on mediums, but Maze and Topher on the hards. I am blind, Jesus Christ. On soft, sorry. And then Chimp, Riordan, AFL, Duncan, Spider, and Curling are all opting for the hard tires. No one should pit unless you have damage, like i.e. Riordan and Topher, or some guys at the back might go for a meet. If they start on hards, why is Riordan on enters?
Actually, that might be smart. That's smart. That
That
he's gone
has
to
to.
Inter so he doesn't use another tyre because the
Oh,
safety car's going to stay out in it, so he's just going to box again.
of course, of
So
course.
there, yeah, Tomo and Riordan got damaged last one. He's boxed into so he can box again. Smart. I reckon. I know for a fact Josh has told him to do that.
Yeah, probably
I know
has.
for 100% fact.
Although, I had it this week in the race actually, right now, but that'd be funny enough. Where the safety car, we were only behind it for one lap and it went in the same lap, which is very weird. I did not expect that to happen. It never happened. So hopefully, for your sake, it doesn't happen here. Because if it does happen, then he is very, very done
No,
for.
it can't
Well,
go in this lap.
yeah, no, it shouldn't. But it happened to me in the race I had like a few days ago. So you never know. But no, he's too far back anyway. It wouldn't come in. So good strategy from him.
No, but maybe this track though. This track has like, because it's a very, very long sector 3. It starts at this corner. Late
Yeah.
call could be a mishap for Jerry here.
Nah,
No, I don't think that'll happen.
I think Tom was a bit too far.
Yeah.
Excuse me, a bit too far back for that to happen. So. Well, so the raceman called. I was assuming he'll go on to. He started on hard, so it probably would be mediums.
He might go back onto. What did he start on?
He started on hards.
He might go back to his cards. Or maybe go for a medium.
Yeah,
That might be the.
I think. I think
20.
it's nah. It can be medium. Tire wear is not too bad around here.
Yeah,
Do you
medium
think-
would be the best option for him to go 13 laps on each stint, depending on
Ben's
safety
in.
cars and obviously.
Ben, we'll see what he's doing. Yeah, we're all under the pits, so we'll see what Ben is doing. I don't know why you wouldn't have pitted last lap if you were going to pit. Unless you got damage on the safety car. It doesn't look like he has. Oh, he did.
He does, yeah. Oh.
That's I don't know what happened there, because I mean no one got a penalty, which usually what happens is a collision. Ben onto medium, so he have to pit again, obviously. So he could do medium soft, which is a possibility.
Oh, Tomo got a drive through.
Yeah, obviously, and he can't serve
when
on
he
the
got
safe. He jumped the start, so he
Oh,
can't.
did he?
He can't actually
Oh.
serve that now until we come in, and also I mean it's a 5 second add on top of that. For
Mhm.
when
Yeah, Jerry
I'm
back into the
being
hard.
So Jerry
Sorry.
onto the hards, yeah. Fair enough from him. I'm surprised. I thought he would have went medium, but you know, I mean, I'm not one to judge strategy calls because I'm quite bad at those myself. So I'm gonna let the quote
Yeah,
unquote
I've got no
professionals
doubts.
do the job. Yeah,
I've got
exactly.
no doubts that there'll mostly be another safety car.
Oh yeah, I agree.
So maybe
100%.
Jerry goes long. Even if safety car comes out. Safety car comes out lap 14, he can box onto the mediums easily.
Yeah, very true. And plus, I would never doubt the strategy over more than Saviour Welsh and Mr. Joshua Evans. So, I hope he's watching. If you are watching, hi Josh. If you're not, then what are you doing in life? Safety car is in this lap. Hopefully, those two Aston Martins show their positions out. They have. We'll see what Master does. Obviously, there is no threat of turn 1 and overtake, so he could go early. We'll see what he does. Marcos doesn't want to stay coastal. He won't want to let Nacho go because if Nacho gets that 1 second clear, it's gonna be very hard to catch him. Which is sorry this track really. It's very hard to clear 1 second. Once you do, then you are okay. You see, is he going yet? He's leaving it quite late. Is he gone?
No,
No. He's gone now.
there we go.
He has. I wouldn't say he's caught Marcos now, but he's definitely gotten a good restart. Kept easily within the speed limit, so that's good to see. He's currently 6/10 clear. He has got a good restart, but we'll see what happens coming out of turn 1. Everyone quite clean so far. Down the back, Tom tipped up and Curly fighting and Ben too. Coming out of the first set there, it's currently natural leads from Marcos, and they've already cleared a second behind to Murphy, so could see a battle between those two already. Nearly a second clear, over a second clear, sorry. which just after a few corners further back though we have Gautier who is gaining on Chimp. I hope he doesn't fight that one. Gautier up into P6. Further back we have Tolfer and AFL, the two Aston Martins. An awful camera angle, thank you Codemasters. There we go, we get a good one. On the exit, Tolfer gets on the soft tires, just not really one that AFL won't fight too hard. With his teammate further up ahead, Mark Wilson has closed the gap to around 5/10 as Chimp and Mays are battling. Mays on the soft, sorry. Chimp on the hards. Chimp holding firm for now. Staying at P7. Field just kind of spreading now. Top two, and then Murphy's kind of a little bit. But after you have the train, and the grid kind of splits in two. But Mark Wilson crossing test fast up so far. DRS should be enabled. Will be enabled next lap actually. I was gonna say this lap, but I'm just ignoring me. No real battles yet. It's a yellow flag. That is that Jordan? That is Ghost Danger 1. Sorry. He's gone off at the final corner. Doesn't seem like he is damaged, so we'll carry on as normal.
Almost having his driver, I believe.
He is, yeah. That is.
One thing we didn't talk about. Nacho's start off the line.
Yeah, that's very
He
true.
was 7/10 clear by the apex of turn 1.
Yeah, you do make a fair point. I was honestly too focused on MKP start. I didn't really think about that, but yeah, I do agree with you. He's nearly cleared a second. He is, and the thing is, Mark Wilson, it's crucial here because either Mark Wilson unless ERS now. If he gets DRS, he'll easily gain that time. He shouldn't lose too much in the middle sector. So Mark Wilson will have to push and give everything to try and keep the DRS. We rather be going for a move on AFL up in the 10th. Started 19th, not doing bad up in the 10th so far. The gap currently 8/10. Seems like Nacho might have better straight line speed. Mark wasn't able to keep with him in the corners though. See what happens coming around the final corner. Also be careful through there, because I believe that's one of the corners where the game might give you a shoot double warning, because this game is stupid. Coming around turn 1, we'll see. Mark Wilson should have it unless he gets a really bad exit. He goes a bit wide actually. That might be commentator's curse. He's using all of his ERS here. So is Nacho. I think Nacho might have cleared it. He has 1.1, and he has so much more ERS. Fair play to Nacho over there. Didn't make the mistake. Kept calm, and that's the first minor victory of the race already for him. Mays on the back of Chimp. This battle continuing on for P7. Mays is going to use the DRS now. Should have it easily. Chimp won't fight too hard. No, he doesn't. Mays having to make use of those softs while they're still decent further behind. There's a good battle here between the two Mercedes, Duncan and Pancake. Pancake up in the 12th. Further ahead is their battle. No, the two Mercedes still side by side, sorry. Oh, there's Ben as well.
Ooh, good move.
Ben made a good move. And Spider was swap pass as well. Ben going for it on the other Mercedes. Of Pancake won't fight it too much. Ben up into the points in 12th.
Yeah, the Mercedes just... Wow. Mercedes just messing each other up. Especially Duncan lost out on, what, 3 positions?
Yeah.
Yeah, both Mercedes have just lost out on 2 positions each.
Yeah, they really haven't done themselves too much good. So Nacho's already gone. I said that's what happened. It's 1.7. Mark Wilson has no ERS left, and now Murphy's calls up to him. Obviously, we're already 7 laps in. How? That's actually popped by quite quickly. Murphy though, this is currently one of the course battles on track. Further behind you of Ben making a move on Rabi for P11.
Oh, AFL's on a spin!
Oh, AFL.
Luckily, Ghosting has just gone on as he went back into the middle of the track while spinning, but no, don't go into the wall.
Oh, he just. I think he avoided damage anyway, so at least that's some fortunate going his way.
Yeah, I think the hard tyres, especially on that corner, I think he tried to take it flat out on the turn 2. Might hit the curb too much, I just saw him spinning out. Couldn't save it in time.
Yeah, I do agree, that's what happened. That's what it looked like anyway. Here comes is Gautier going for it on the back of Victor Meany Stroyan. Using the arrest, trying to get better exit, but he has to hold firm for now. Oh, he's round! And he's into the wall, and he's out of the race. That will surely be a safety car. It is. I reckon medium runners will try and go hard to the end here. Because they can definitely make it. Gautier, he let his overtake
Another
on.
safety car.
Yeah, he let his overtake on mid corner. Nacho doesn't pit. That's surprising. I'm not sure if Nacho realised that he'll be behind the safety car. Because if he did, why is he not pit? That's interesting. Everyone's going to pit and he'll be quite far behind. On that, or maybe he's confident in his pace that much, which, you know, I respect if he is. Everyone on the hards, but yeah.
He's probably just waiting for another safety car, to be fair. Like, we've had 2 in 8 laps.
True.
No, 2 in 5 laps of racing, really.
True, but also it's a gamble.
Not a guarantee, but
yeah, it's a gamble that I don't see the need in. Like, you better. I mean,
uh-oh.
or maybe to be fair, he probably thinks that there's so many cars between. Well, there'd be a good few cars between the two. You wouldn't have to worry. Which he is right. Mark Wilson, who is the highest pitter, currently in 8th, and so. I mean, and Natural's a top driver, so I'm not going to question the strategies. I mean, if I'm correct, he made a questionable decision, or what looked like a questionable decision in China, and he ended up winning the race. So I'm not going to question it at all. Chimp up in a second. This worked out for Ben though. On those fresh and medium tires, he'll be open to the safety car, but he should have the pace of most of these guys because there's mediums still relatively fresh. Further down the back, we've rather been AFL onto softs. I don't know why you'd go softs this early into a race, but yeah, good. Some good racing. Unfortunately for Gautier though, because he was very eager to get past Victor Mean. I think he forgot to turn off his overtake into the corner, which just it completely nullifies any traction you have. Just gets rid of it, and then that's what happened. Unfortunately. Is anyone going to make a shocking pit stop? No, they all stay out. I want to see. I'll check the comments because everyone who moans at me and Scott and check comments. I'm doing it now for you. If anyone's commented or anything, let me have a look. Good race so far. I'm only a good bit on the half of it. No, everyone's saying about comments, but I mean no one's commented. So how are we meant to respond to comments when no one's commented? Hey lads. Like, give us something to respond to, you know? That'd be very kind of us. Hi Scott, Lee and Tony. Yeah, we are here. Hello. Shame you couldn't make it tonight, but we have an adequate and I'd argue a better replacement than you, Scott. You know, I think Tony's a wonderful commentator. As you can hear, he's taking the praise very well indeed.
Yeah, lad, I've got my fan on. It's too warm.
It's like 15 degrees over here, so
Just a safety car fan break quickly. Hi, Scott.
is the fan your number 1 fan? Way.
Probably.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get Scott back, please.
Yeah, and me. Get rid of you.
No.
Yes. Should be in this app, but although there's quite a few gaps that are over 1 second, so it might be a later card than what we think. See, it's not been called in yet.
Tofa.
Yeah, there we go.
No, Tofa was just really slow then. That's why it didn't come in.
Yeah, it's
Well,
Nacho.
here we go.
Yep, there'll be Nacho to lead away. From the start, I've just seen the comments. Fair enough, Scott.
We'll read it then.
I'm not sure I should read it. I think about reading it yourself.
Just read it.
So Scott said that he's your number 2 fan and that your dad is number 1. So.
Wow.
Anyhow. Leaving Nacho the lead way again. Is he going to go the same spot he did last time? No, he's leaving a bit later here. Where's he going to go? He's going to go off the exit at the final corner. He is gone. and not gotten too far away. I'm surprised he didn't go a bit earlier there, as there's a spin.
No, there's not. Really?
Oh,
There is.
there is. I'm not sure who it is though, because no one's having.
No, there isn't.
Oh, just game being stupid then. Thank you, game. Oh, there's a bit of collision. Duncan's round. Or he half spun kind of. I think he managed to save it. He did. Murphy with a penalty. I don't know what happened there. Murphy is he gonna send it on me over and he thinks better over it. Mark goes and past both of them. Ghost Danger one seems to have spun round for the back.
Yeah.
Murphy and Jordan battling hard. As they're nearly 3 wide back.
So there's
Ben
battle
going
between
for on
MKP and
Shim.
Northern Duncan.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, they're nearly 4 wide nearly. Oh my god. In the chicane.
5 cars right here.
That's crazy battling for the on with that MKP right inside the currently. Can he make what a move? Can make a stick, although we'll see what happens on the exit. He'll use the ERS. Try and gain on the straight, they're neck and neck, side by side. MKP gets it. Oh, what a move on the outside. Good racing action on the restart. Mark Olsen having a good restart, getting up in the P6. And we'll try and change out the Spider Rob next. Nacho having a good start though. Although he hasn't cleared Ben by too much, so. Murphy
lost positions.
He's lost a position to Murph. Down to 8th. Currently the gap to the leader 5 seconds from Mark Wilson, so not falling back at all, done quite well. Tomo in. And Duncan, I think Duncan might have got damage from his little half spin he had. At the start of that. Murphy past Mark Wilson. This is the battle on track. Oh, Mark Wilson going for Denny inside. They're very close together, these two. Nearly banging wheels, but just about. Murphy, what a move around the outside, but it will continue down the straight. If I was the East, I wouldn't battle this much. Try and catch up with Nacho. Mark Wilson will get past though. But Murphy won't make much fight of it. Further behind, MKP. Trying to go for me old and he thinks better of it. But currently will go for Vitamin, no he won't. Backs out. Rob on the back of Pancake. Rob gets past him up on the P4. Pancake didn't fight that one too hard. We'll see what happens. Everyone no one making moves at the moment. Ben's actually doing well to stay with Nacho. 6 tenths behind. Obviously those two are on the same strategy, albeit Ben actually fresher tyres. Murphy and Mark Olsen again. Oh, in the final sector, surely not. They're going side by side, they keep it on track. Just about. Mark Olsen with a switchback. Oh, is there contact? There was a little bit of contact I think, but they kept it in the right direction. This is great battling, but it's only losing them more time. Mark Olsen has to go. Oh, the Mark Olsen get damage. I think he might have, you know. From that contact with Murphy, he's into the pits. Oh, Mark Wilson, no, it was looking good for him. And now he'll be sent to the back. I'm assuming they're going to mediums. Did he get damage? Yeah, he did. Oh, it's unfortunate for the Ferrari man. And there's no fresh mediums, so his medium's already 7 laps old. So I'll have to pit again, probably. Not a good thing. Not a good moment for the man who's trying to chase Nacho. Who is trying to chase Nacho on track though is Ben. He's currently 4 tenths behind, has DRS. Battle for the lead. Obviously at the moment it'll be Murphy who leads everyone pits. We'll see what happens though, but Ben on the back of Nacho. Ben already took a win this season, he won in Qatar, he's looking to take a second, he's using a lot of ERS. He's gaining on Nacho, he's going to go to the inside, but thinks better of it. Murphy on Rob, that's a organised move between the two teammates, surely. But some good action, unfortunately Mark Wilson though, but I mean with the race the cars have been going this race, it wouldn't surprise me if there's another one quite soon. As everyone kind of stabilised, no, battle for the lead should get interesting, and I see we have MKP and Pancake, we're both Pancake on all the tyres. We'll probably pit soon, if I had to guess. I'm so confused as to why AFL and Robbie are on soft tyres, but I think bit of strategy, but battle at the front though, 4 tenths. Ben's right on the back of Nacho, he should have a goal on this straight. Nacho goes a bit deep, trying to get a better exit, but he doesn't really. This will be really close seeing the two drivers. Ben has the DRS.
Oh,
I think, yeah, I can kind of see that in the background.
The Red Bulls.
Pancake. Yeah. Bendo does not make the move. Murphy opened the P3, and he's right on the back of these guys. Only 3 seconds off, and he's made it pissed up, and the just happened. So going well for him so far, that's for sure. We'll go further back though. Riding more of Jordan is on the back of Mays, his teammate, pretty late. Mays does not have DRS, Jordan does. We'll see if the Irishman tries to go for a move on his fellow teammate into here. No, he decides to think better of it. If you're not showing or Bendo, you're praying for the safety car. Because if you don't, then you're gonna have a lot of work to do.
Yep.
So their strategy line.
It's got good gaps, to be fair.
Well,
not a pit stop gap, but like enough, right? Like to maybe catch up towards the end of the race.
Yeah, I mean, to MKP is good, but I mean, to Murphy, he's only 3 seconds off the lead. It isn't really that big of a gap for them at the moment. Only 15 laps them in. I mean, we'll see what they do. I mean, Nacho has to go hard unless he goes softs. Which, if he goes softs, he might have to pit in another 4 or 5 laps, and I really wouldn't think there'd be enough time to gain time back if he does that strategy. Ben though, he's going for it, he's using the ERS. He's gaining on the back of the Dutchman. He's going for it. He's going to go down the inside, he thinks better over it into chicane. MKP on Spider, down on the P5. Spider just trying to stay and hope for another safety car. But what of those, Nacho's really good off the chicanes. He seems to get better exit most of the times than any driver, and he's never under threat. And obviously Ben with 5% ERS.
Oh, if there's a spin, and he's out.
It is out. That was at the safety car. It is a safety car.
Another one.
It's the safety car that likes a Nacho and all we're dreaming of. They need it. We spoke about it. I think we spoke into existence. If you're MKP or Mark Wilson, no. I was going to say, this is a chance for him to maybe gain position. He's got a drive through. Not a good race for him at all. But the only thing is, Ben and Nacho have to go on to hard. Unless he goes soft, 12 laps, whatever, which will be extending it quite a bit. So it's not like they'll be a million years faster. I think Shimp might be in a good position. Because he can go on mediums. So, boys goes on the hards, yep. That's predicted. Yeah, most of these guys, a lot of these guys are pitting onto mediums. Chimp is, Rob will be. So, the likes of, I think Shimp's on the watch out for. P6, on mediums. He'll be one to come alive, because there's no tire 7, because also easy to make it to the end, so Duncan with a 3-second time penalty.
There's one very, very weird call.
Is it Robbie?
Robbie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Get out on the softs, that's 7 laps old.
Yes. I do not know what that's about. I really don't, but maybe he just wants to help his teammate MKP out. Obviously in P2.
Yeah, possibly. He's got a championship leader behind him.
Yeah, maybe he wants to cause a bit of ruckus, which, you know, from a commentator point of view, I'm sure you wouldn't complain about. But also from a steward's point of view, you would, so it's a win-lose situation. What was I going to say? That's something I had to say. We've seen no one crash at the Latifi corner yet, so I haven't had to make a joke. And we've seen no Mercs and Red Bulls go side by side, so actually there have been no 2021 jokes so far, which is quite impressive. Because usually that happens every time we go here, but see, Rob's in a good position. Currently in 7th on medium tyres, has looked actually quite quick throughout. Even on his old hards, he was still keeping with the guys. And we're definitely gaining. If he's guaranteed to gain 1 position based on Rob being asked to pit again. If Rob stays out of trouble, it could be his best result of the season. I'm not sure what his best result of the season is so far, and I'm not gonna go check, so I'll be here all day. Should be in next lap, but Mark Olsen, at the moment, unless there's another safety car after this, he's gonna lose out on big points in the championship. we're getting to the point now where every point matters. It would be 4 rounds to go after this. Obviously, as you said, with the shorter calendar, there really isn't too much time to recover from a mistake like this. And yeah, it was a going very well. He was the leader, net leader. He would have been where Murphy was. Obviously, unfortunately for him, but at the moment, Murphy leading with a penalty, which may or may not get moved. I'm not going to speculate, but it happened to Nacho in China as well. He leads by comfortable margins, and then safety cars always propelling back.
Yeah.
He can never have a quiet race, this man. He really can't.
Yeah. One person who's had a quiet race and has slowly, quickly moved up, well, both times, is Ben.
That is true. I do agree with you on that one.
Ben's in 5th. He's gone up 5 positions already, but he's in a net P2 at the moment. Well, Murphy's not going to box.
Yeah.
Again, he'll have 12, 13 laps to hold the fresh tyres behind. Also include MKP, sorry, as well. Then Rabbi is obviously going to have to box because them softs will not last to the end. Then there's just all the fresh tyre runners going to Tomo, then more. But Mark Wilson's just had a really shocking drive-through.
Yeah.
His race is over. Unless there's a late safety car, but then he's got to overtake every single car on track.
Yeah, I wonder if it'll be a late call. It's a very late call indeed. So it'll be a late restart. Just keep it clean, guys. There's still 13 laps to go after this, so Murphy will lead us away.
He's gone back. He's very close.
Has he gone already? I mean,
he
spawned! Oh, Murphy, no!
Oh, I know exactly what's happened.
Yeah, I know what's happened too.
It's the limiter, the limiter.
Stupid limiter,
yeah. The safety limiter's gone off.
That's just so. You can't get luck, this man. You really can't. But we are away. MKP leads us away now, and that's one car out of the way for the likes of Nacho and all those guys. Nacho want to get past Rabbi as soon as he can into the hairpin. He thinks better over for now. Knows there's no point in sending it and getting damaged. But Ben's right in the back of him. We'll see if Rabbi will defend.
Nacho's going to go for it now
to try and help out his teammate. I can't. No.
Defensive, he does.
He does kind of. He does. Nacho, very
pushing him right onto the
going
curb.
to the outside. Nacho breaks very late. He gets it though. Obviously, he's mounted the curb, and we might have a chance back at him. He's using the overtake. He has a slipstream. Ben looking behind, eager on this as well. Is he gonna make it 3 wide? Is he gonna be 3 wide? It is gonna be 3 wide. Ben on the inside. Can he make the move stick? On the McLaren, he can't.
Wow.
Ben very daring there on the inside. Bowling past Rabbi, which is I think what Ben would have wanted if he got stuck behind, he would have lost a lot of time. Simple hoping to get past him as soon as possible. He needs to try and keep with these guys on those mediums. He's on the favourable strategy at the moment, and he won't want a solid car to ruin his race. Up at the front, it's going to get very close. MKP, Nacho, and Ben. All 3 guys on the heads. All the guys going to the end. Obviously, MKP on all the tyres, but also he has that 2 safety cars.
No!
Oh, chimp!
Wee Rabbi has cut him straight off.
Oh, that again. He's not a man who can't get luck at the moment. He really cannot. Oh, unfortunately, he could have won this race on those medium tyres, but unfortunately, down to 10th now. Up at the front though, Nacho, right in the back of NKP. This is battle for the lead. NKP not defending the inside. He's going to try and hold it right there, so try and go for a switchback. Nacho down the inside. He'll get that move for now. Ben's trying to fight as well for second. He also got off track from what I've seen. I wonder if we get that back or not. He doesn't get, I mean, not at the moment. Ben up in the second. But, see how Rob is doing a very good performance. P4 at the moment, which would be his best finish this season by a landslide. But Tomo trying to hold on, and Rob's got a penalty. I am a curse. I'm a genuine curse on people.
But this broadcast view is amazing.
I mean, I'm not getting it when you're getting it, but I get it sometimes.
Got helicopter.
Helicopter. Sorry.
Well, Ben making the moves, just like picking up on where Nacho leaves the
virtual safety car
both times.
I'm not sure what's happened.
I ain't got the hood on.
Tony, language.
It's Victor.
It
Victor's lost
is.
his wing.
Oh, he has. He has indeed, you're right on that one. Off the pit now. More bad luck for
That's an
him.
illegal entry. Oh no.
I
That
just
was an
went
illegal
off
pit
him
entry as well.
as it happened, so.
And that's another illegal pit entry by Marcus.
I need to catch these guys. If you see, and we are going straight away. That's not on at all. Go send you what to drive to, but at the front, they're going to be 3 wide here. Both drivers have DRS. Nacho's just going to get swollen up. But watching his POV is Ben, NKP, and Nacho. Oh my!
No.
He broke very late, almost into the back
Hit
of
the
him.
Hamilton line. Oh.
He wouldn't get a penalty in that case. He's fallen behind 1.3. 10 laps, he's getting very fierce. But if I was Nacho, just be careful. His nearest rivals are nowhere to be seen. His nearest rival really is Tom Tip-Top.
He knows he's got the pace. He has to just keep clean. Now he needs to catch back up to MKP, which not all the times will be easier. But then has to overtake Ben, who's looking very, very strong at the moment.
Yeah, I do definitely agree with you on that one. But if I was Nacho, obviously, you know, in a racer's mind, backing off when there's a win there is not an option. But just being a little bit cautious. His 2 nearest rivals are nowhere to be seen in terms of a chance for any decent result, actually, because Chimp's down in 10th and Mark Wilson's down in 17th. He's nowhere, so reordering on Pancake into turn 1, reordering up in the 7th. I just noticed, I just caught the Wee Rabbi is still out on 12 up out soft. Anyway, Nacho down the inside.
The move on the inside.
Yep, he gets the move. He'll have DRS as well. A little bit slimy on the exit. See what happens. Now, if I was MKP, I'd try and work together with Nacho, because Ben has. Oh, but Ben had gotten away, but also Nacho having DRS, he kind of got me close. Maze though, on the outside of Taunted Up, as Riordan makes the move. 2 Red Bulls trying to make 2 moves in the same corner. It's Maze who'll have to hold back for now. On the exit, we'll see if he can get it. He's using the ERS. There's the yellow flag, that is Alpine, I believe. Yeah, it was an Alpine Ghost Angel. Maze around the outside, can he make a stick? What a move from Maze on the gripper medium tyres. He gets it up into P form when they want to chase after MKP, who he should catch on 12 up all hards. But Ben's actually retained the gap. 1.3. And Nacho's not close as much as I thought he would have. Ben doing very well, and this is looking very strong. Curly on Pancake. Pancake, is he pitting? He is, so is Wee Rabbi finally. Those guys in, but we'll see. Is Nacho within a second? Is he going to just miss out? He is going to just miss out, but I don't need to rush Nacho. He has a lot more ERS than Ben, so just stay behind, and eventually you'll get it. So, but
yeah,
we move.
Ben's out of ERS.
Ben is out of ERS. He's on 11%. Jesus, that's a lot gone for the Haas driver. Eventually, Nacho guys still have nothing to defend really. With Tom sits up on the back of Maze. Battle for P4 again. Maze overtook him here on the last lap. Will Tom will be able to try and challenge him? No, he's too far back, I believe. He doesn't have enough ERS to try and challenge, but Nacho's caught. So, and I think Ben would be a sitting duck, really, to be honest, with that lack of ERS.
Yep, Nacho's just got the more engine power at the moment.
Yeah, if Ben feels he has the pace, he's better off sitting behind Nacho for a few laps, just regaining his ERS. Because I know there's a worry that he might get ahead, but I mean Ben's pace is strong enough to where he can definitely keep within a second, not have to worry. But we'll see into turn 1 from the time here. Riordan on the back further behind of Tom got nothing doing there, but we'll go to the battle for the lead. Nacho on 30% ERS extra. Then Ben. Nacho looking for a second win this season. Ben looking for a second win this season. Nacho looking to try and extend the championship lead. Ben looking to try and fight for that. Ghost Angel once had another spin, I believe, further back at the Latifi corner. But here comes Nacho on the inside. It won't even really be It'll be defenseless from him, but we'll see if he can try and get a switchback. On the exit, he is right in the back of the McLaren. Ben's going to use his overtake. I think he's too far back though. We'll see if he gains enough. No, he's gaining. He's gaining indeed. On the inside, he stays behind though. Now Ben, if you're Ben, just save your S. It's the best thing you can do. Ghost Engine 1 still spinning. Hopefully that does not cause any safety car. Currently past Duncan, battling for P6. The Mercedes and the Alfa Romeo. Currently with better traction, but Duncan holds on for now. What's happened to Rob? I think I missed something with Rob.
I have no idea.
Or did he spin? I just don't remember him spinning. I feel like an NPC. I actually don't know.
I don't recall him spinning either.
I don't recall him spinning. Okay, well that's interesting. Because he was on P4 for a while. And Nacho's cleared 1 second. Ben chopped out, and that's the cost of not having an ERS and Nacho having the ERS. So Nacho doing very well, doing what he needs to do at the moment. We'll see coming out of the hairpin though. This battle for P3. Watch this battle between Maze and MKP. MKP on the 15 lap all hard.
Maze using everything
on the much fresher mediums. He's going for to the outside line. MKP will force him there. He'll stick his nose on the inside still. Makes him go deep. We're trying to get a switch back. He has the ERS. The red light on the Red Bull is flashing, but MKP is not getting a great exit. He's going to use update though. He has a lot more compared to the Red Bull. He's gaining. He's gaining odds. He's going to go to the outside. Can he do it? Around the outside. He just makes the move stick. Not for now, but he doesn't. He doesn't get on the exit. Maze up now into P3, but MKP still holding it just about. Oh, almost goes into the back of him, but it doesn't. And now we'll be under attack from Jordan, who is right at the back of him. And Topher's crashed. He's retired. Is that going to be a safety car? It is not going to be a safety car. That is quite surprising. That's very surprising because where that is. But anyway, his car's gone. We now have 4 DNFs. So coming now. Water battle for P4 because it seems like Maze maybe has gotten clear. No, MKV still has DRS actually, so not clear too much. But Nacho has done so well. He did it in China too. He got set back 3 or 4 times, said the guys, but he always fought back. And now is already cleared 2.5 seconds as here comes Riordan on the back of the Williams. He's gaining, not using much ERS. We'll stay behind for now. Obviously, he must know that the guys ahead of him are on lower ERS than himself. So, but he gets a very good exit, amazing exit. Compared to MKP, he's gonna go for it on the outside. MKP not using the ERS. Can Jordan get the move? I think he will. You know, he will. Open the P4. Next up is his teammate. Jordan with that 3-second penalty. So I still have a lot to do. But any more battles? No, not really. At the moment.
The Red Bulls are getting close.
Yeah, apart from the Red Bulls, that's very true. Of course, MKP kind of dropping back. Maybe it was the wrong decision to stay on those hard tires. Obviously, we'll never know what happened with Murphy because you know he spun and kind of got rid of that characteristic in the race for us. But 2 Red Bulls, as you said, on similar ERS. And Mace has caught Ben by like 5/10 in that lap. I wonder if they're being late charged on for 2nd. He's gained a good bit. And I wonder if these two are trying to slipstream each other and try and gain up to P2 and also try and get Riordan away from MKP behind because it's gaining nearly a 2nd. So P2 could be possible if they keep this up at the moment. We'll see what happens. Riordan will stay behind though for now. Murphy will fast lap, but he's not in the top 10, so he won't get a point. But I mean, Nacho's gone. Jeez, I mean, 3.3 already. It's just showcasing the talent on display, and he will extend, unless any misfortunes, he will extend the championship lead by a substantial amount. No competitors really near him. It's gonna be a great round for him. But apart from the Red Bulls, there's no real battles on track, so it's kind of hard to come to over him. Well, I
Curl
mean,
is catching up to
currently,
Duncan a tiny bit, but just staying within that 1 second, just staying around that area, I guess. But
yeah.
everyone else, I mean, Murphy's catching up to Mark Wilson. He's making a move literally right now as we talk. Oh my!
Oh,
A late
yeah.
defense from Mark Wilson puts Murphy into a very subtle reaction, but normal move from Murphy on the straight with DRS. Going for another fastest lap, it seems, as he gets purple sector 2.
It's what they'll see, Mike, and that the Red Bulls taking another 3/10 out of Ben. So we'll be seeing later as Mark Wilson and penalty, but the battle for P5, taunted up and MKP. Tomo with a penalty, but he's gonna try and get on track anyway. MKP defends Tomo to the outside. Easy enough move for him. We'll see if MKP will try and fight back on the exit. Does Tomo go deep? No, he gets past easy. Maybe open the P5. Doesn't make a mistake on the exit. MKP, he's using the ERS. He is gaining actually. He's gonna try and fight this back, I think. Is too far back. No, he's gonna go to the outside. He's trying to fight it back. Does he have the grip on his old hard tyres? He doesn't. We're trying to get a switch back. He is right in the back of the Alfa Romeo. So we'll see if he's gonna hold back or try and go for a move into here. He does not. He thinks better of it. We'll try and hold out for a move on the next straight. In terms of penalties, get them up now. So we have Jordan and Tomo on 3 seconds, and Duncan on 3 seconds. Everyone on 3 seconds actually. Who has a penalty? So not falling too far the track limits anyway. Yeah, Mays and Jordan McCutcheon better by quite a lot, but that seems to have stabilised a little bit. So I think they're going to stay as they are on the podium at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like Jerry will, Riordan will get that P4 as he's gapping MKP by over 3 seconds because of that Tomo battle. MKP might come back at him, you know, on the straight going into the chicane.
Yeah, Riordan passed
As
Mays,
Jerry
yellow flag.
yeah.
That's Mark Wilson, I believe. Then further back, MKP, he's going for it though. On the inside, not really much defence from Tomo, as he's going to try and get a switch back. Mark Wilson will tire in the pits. Fair enough, not been his day. By any stretch of the imagination, will Tomo try and go for it? He's going to save his ERS. I think he's going to save his ERS for next lap or the final lap. We'll see what he does. I mean, Jay's already cleared 8 tenths. Maybe there's an 8 magical charge for him to get 3 seconds clear. I mean, he's already got
Possibly, Jerry looks to have good pace right now.
But also, I think he's using a lot of his ERS because he's only on 6%. Whereas Mays is on 25, so. But if he can keep gaining, and if he gets DRS in the final lap, you never know. That's one to keep an eye on. For sure, this battle between Tomo and MKP is still going on though. For what is P5 on track, obviously MKP will get it unless he spins. With the penalty, as I believe Mays just stay within DRS. So that's what we really need to do on this lap. Try and stay within 3 seconds, so good from him. We'll see though. Tomo is going to go for it. He is. He's using his ERS. Has very on left. MKP won't defend it. And he'll be passed and now back up in the P5. Further down, currently on the back of Duncan, is he going to go for it? No, he thinks better of it. So not to send it. Murphy on Pancake. Watch these steal for the final point. Murphy having the DRS on the fresher soft tyres. Pancake back on Tomo tip top. Murphy passed Pancake up in the 12th. MKP back ahead. But yeah, the whole real thing. MKP, no, not MKP. Freaking Mays is within 8 tenths, so should hold on. We all making a mistake there. So all's fine for him at the moment. On to the final lap, Nacho. He's got 6 seconds. And he's had about 6 laps to do it, so it's nearly a second per lap, which is crazy from him. I mean, he's at pace the whole race, but unfortunately, safety cars had held him back, but pole by 4 tenths, and I wouldn't go and say a dominant race win, but also a very, very convincing
I
race
would.
win. Well,
It's definitely a dominant race win. The only reason he wasn't in first the whole race was the safety cars.
I
He
wouldn't.
overtook Ben, who's the only faster driver on the track, and he's gapped him by 6.5 seconds by the end of the race.
Well, okay.
It's dominant, I'd say.
Okay, yeah, you're probably right. Here's comes Mays, though. He's going to send 10 inside Riordan. Obviously, Riordan the penalty won't matter, but Mays wants it on track. 2 Red Bulls battling him. On the exit. This is for podium on track. Mays will go to the outside. Can he make the move stick? On his teammate, he does. He get up in the B3. Good battle between those two. On the final lap, we're going over Nacho, who is going to extend the championship lead. In a race where all of his rivals have faltered and made mistakes, he's been as calm as he always is. The Dutchman has ice to his veins. Now, around the final corner, Nacho will be your Abu Dhabi winner. We open another penalty, which actually will drop him down to P5. Nacho wins, though. Another convincing way. You got 8 seconds by the end of the race. Fair play to Nacho. Ben with another podium. Good drive from him. Mays in P3 getting his first podium in tier 5. Riordan will come across the line in 4th. I think people get 5th. No, 4th, sorry. Riordan in 5th. Tom in 6th. Curly 7th. Duncan 8th. Chimp. I feel so bad for him. He could have won this race in 9th. Spider in 10th. Points for him. Robbie. Even after his strategy, we'll get P11. Pancake will get Pancake will get P11, sorry, and Mugabe will get P12. Another entertaining race. Here in tier 5, you know. It's the norm nowadays, I think. Duncan with game driver today. I think my driver today, and most would be Nacho.
Yeah, definitely Nacho for me as well.
I mean, there's a pattern here. You've been here 2 times. He's up pole by 4 tenths, and he's led most of the race. But also he's had about 4 safety car setbacks in each of the races. So it seems to be a pattern.
Yes, and it's an exact replica of what happened in China.
It actually is. That's like literally. But I'll give you 4 race 1 now and then.
Getting these guys in the party.
Yes, please, if you don't mind. I'll run you through your race. Well, now Nacho extended championship lead provisionally. He takes provisional P1. He wasn't involved in any from what I've seen, so. Ben in P2, Mays around the podium in P3. MKP a good finishing for him in P4. Riordan 5th. Alpha Mayo 6th and 7th. Tom Tittum Curly. Excuse me. Duncan in 8th. Chimp in 9th. That will hurt for Chimp. Could have been so much more. 14 in contact. Spider getting points, he'll be up with that. Pancake in 11th. Robbie in P12. Then Murphy and Victor Mean and Ghost Engine 1 were your last official finishers. Mac wasn't classified in 16th. Then your official DNS were Topher at AFL, Bacho, Aston Martin, Gautier and Mighty So yeah, but that race will be if Nacho wins championship at the end of the season, it will be a huge. We'll look back at this race as one of the races that really decided it because it's an amazing drive. That's for sure. Have you got the 3 guys in? Okay, yes. I'll give them that in Discord to see if they.
Yeah, I was just about to. Yeah, go ahead.
I need to tell if Ben joins. I need to tell him to have his voice on share this time because he didn't have it on last week, so I will run through that. I mean, I always get Nacho in for an interview. He can go for the interview with us, so hopefully we'll get him in this time. Just give them a minute or two because that's what happened last time. I remember last time we were doing interviews. I mean, I was doing the first end stream and that's what joined, so we'll see. We'll give it a few minutes. I'll say it now while we're waiting. Actually, no, I'll say it at the end. But next week is we have Nacho. Hello, Nacho. Next week we do head to what track stuff next week? Actually, let me have a look. It is. We have the Silverstone, so the home of Formula 1 next week. Silverstone, which will be another cracking race. We do have Nacho in. I'll get going now. So Nacho, P1 again.
Yes.
Um,
Hi.
hello. I'm happy to have you here, mate. I mean, Paul by 4 tenths, and he could have went faster.
Hmm.
Race, you had a very good start, but then safety cars seemed to just not want you to win. But then you still won by 8 seconds. Just take us to your
Yeah.
race.
Well, with qualifying, yeah, I just really outdone myself. I really did not expect to get this time because in practice I did a 23.0 and I thought, yeah, okay, I can get 1 or 2 tenths faster, but then, well, 22.6, and indeed could have gone faster, but
Mm.
just fucked up. And then the race, yeah, good start, but safety cars just, yeah, they're just in this tier, so that was really a surprise.
Very true. Very true.
But but the thing was, I put on the mediums first to pit under a early safety car, but then just made the mishap of not pitting under the early safety car.
Mm.
And then, yeah, just had to fight my way back. Was lucky that Mark Wilson and Murphy made some mistakes. And then, yeah, actually under the last virtual safety car, I did not get a notification that it was ending. So then suddenly it ended and I was overtaken by 2 guys. I was like, what?
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell. That's what
So,
it looked like. That's what it looked like.
yeah, and after that I just got a bit annoyed and put the afterburners on, like, at least. So,
Yeah, I mean, we could tell 8 seconds in the end, but this is a massive race in the championship. You know, you already leading by 1 point. You know, it's very tight,
yeah,
but then Mark was not scoring, Chimp being very far down, Gautier DNF. It's a big race
yeah.
for you now, but going into the last quarter, the last third of the season. Now, it's just about trying to get as many points as you can, just hope for the best, or are you gonna try and obviously win every race from here on out?
Well, I mean, I've already won twice, so why not win 4 more times?
That's the
I could,
mentality being like. I
I
like that
could.
mentality. Yep, of course you
I'm
could.
not gonna race you just to become second.
That's very true. That's very true.
Yeah.
Next week though,
So yeah,
we had the
wins.
yeah. Next week we had the Silverstone. Thoughts on that track?
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, cool to recognize I'm flowing. Probably can get some good result there, but it's also easy to make mistakes there. So I'm expecting more safety cars again.
Yeah.
So strategy is gonna be something that I need to, well, improve on. So
Yeah, I do agree on that one. But congrats on your P1. Any questions
yeah,
from you, Tony?
cheers.
Well, obviously, just a huge congratulations for the race win the second time. It was an exact replica of China. You got Paul by a large
Um,
margin,
yeah, it was.
and then leading the race, safety car and safety cars, and you're just able to just dominate everything, overtake Ben
Yeah,
again,
true.
and then you gapped him by 9 seconds by the end of the race.
Yeah.
It's just the pace just came to you on the
Hmm.
end, especially when overtaking MKP, making them overtakes. Were you quite annoyed that Ben was managing to overtake them at the same time you was overtaking them as well?
Yeah, I was trying to put someone between me and Ben, but then every time I overtook someone, and he overtook me as well. So it ended up being a good battle between us. So it was fun, but a bit annoying. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, congratulations, mate, and I wish you the best
Cheers.
of luck for next week. I
Um,
think,
yeah, it has been a network error with Ben, so he is logged out. I'll give him a minute or two. If he doesn't join in a minute or two, then we'll end it off there.
there
Give
he is.
him, yes, sir. Ben, just first of all, please make sure your mic's on share, because it wasn't
Yeah,
last week.
yeah, so it's on share.
Okay, good. P2 for you. Just take consideration from your PLV.
Yeah, qualifying compared to Nacho is my qualifying's not strong, but I think I'm strong at uh, my race pace for sure. Wasn't expecting to get a P2. I'm very happy with that. Didn't get much practice done in the race. I did make a mistake early on. I lost my wing during a safety car, but I still decided not to pit to keep track position, and obviously then that put me out there with Nacho and yeah, I was just pushing for my life really. It would have been nice to win. I think now the gap will be 14 points between us, but all I got to do now is just not let him win the next 4 races, and hopefully it can be a championship battle for the win, for the title.
Yeah, obviously, indeed. Look at the standings before this. You weren't a million miles off, but that P2 definitely helped.
Yeah, I think the second half of the race on the hards, I just thought to myself, there's no point trying to push it, get penalties, just take a P2, make sure the guys behind, because the guys behind were catching me.
Yeah.
So all I was trying to do is just keep it on track, and just, yeah, I wasn't expecting a P2, but yeah, for next race, you know, I mean, it could go anyway. Mark Wilson could win it. I know he's got pace there. He could get right back in it, but yeah, it's looking good for the next 4 races.
Yeah. Obviously, it's a point I'm at now. Any points really do make a difference. But next week is Silverstone.
Yeah.
Thoughts on that?
Uh, like I say all the time, practice and consistency.
Yep. That's the name of the game, my friend. Well, congrats on your P2. Any questions from you, Tony?
Yeah.
Not really. Most about covered everything, but you were losing pace towards the end, Ben. Were you just hoping to not get penalties and just take it nice and steady?
Yeah. I had 2 warnings. I was kind of braking late in some corners, so I just keep it on track. Don't let the guys behind overtake me, so I lose points, and then let Nacho get a bigger lead. I thought to myself, when Nacho's put in the way, I thought, you know, it's not worth it now. It'll be more worth it in the next races.
Yeah, fair enough. Obviously, I'm taking a nice steady not to get penalties, but well,
Yeah.
very happy with your P2. You
Yeah.
should be. It's
Yeah,
very,
very
very
happy.
good comeback, especially with the qualifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, wishing the best of luck for next week, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
Right, that's all from me and Tony. We congratulate our top 3 in Mays. Unfortunately, he wasn't here. Podium me through tonight, but next week, join me and presumably Scott, but we never know. Could be me and Tony again. We'll have to wait and see. At same time, 8:15. Obviously, tier 4 at 7:30. Go and give that a watch. And then on Thursday, we will have Abu Dhabi again with tier 3, tier 2, and tier 1. We get to watch the frauds, myself and Tony in action. Tier 3 kicks off at 7:30, and tier 2 and tier 1 post kick off at 8 o'clock respectively. But that's all. Thank you for being here, Tony. It's been a pleasure to commentate with you again.
Yes, it's been great.
That's all from us, so we hope you all have a good night, and we'll see you all next week.